I've seen one way to find out the smallest, largest, and the middle number. I'll show you another method, which is going to be the easiest method to find out the largest, smallest, or the middle numbers. So let me start with the largest number first, and I'm going to change the program a little bit here. So here what we will do, I will just get rid of everything that we have just from here to here, and then I'll just keep them for now. These are the few things I will leave. Okay, so what basically we're doing, we have a few variables here. We are taking the user input, we are getting our three numbers, and now we can start comparing them. So the easiest way this time we are going to check if number one is greater than number two and number one is greater than number three. That's all. So the first one we are checking number one. If it is greater than number two, and here the most important operator we're using now, number one is greater than number three, then we can say number one is the greatest, because that's what we are looking for. Okay, so here I will assign the largest number is number one. That's all. And the same thing I will continue. If this is not true, this time I want to check whether number two is the largest number. So in this case, I will say if number two is greater than number one, and if number two is greater than number three, then the largest number is number two. If then I can check again, if number three is greater than one and number three is greater than number two, then we can say the largest number is number three. So basically what I'm doing, again, let's go through these things. First, I'm checking whether number one is the largest one. So if number one is greater than number two and number one is greater than number three, then the largest number one. Then I'm checking if number two is the largest one. So if number two is greater than number one and number two is greater than number three, that means this is the largest number. Then we're doing the same thing for number three. We're checking number three is greater than number one and number three is greater than number two. In this case, we will say the largest number is number three here. Okay, now I can run this program and show you that basically it's going to work for sure. Again, you can check the equality at the beginning and then you can do the rest of the stuff. We did these things earlier, right? So you can check the equality. If it is not equal, then you can do this calculation. I'm not going to go through with that one. Okay, so here I will run this program. Let me just run and compile because I made some changes. It is asking for me to give the first number, so I will give 20, then the third number 30, second number actually 30, and the third number is going to be 40. And you can see the largest number is 40 here. I will run this program again. This time I will give, let's say, 20, then 5 and 50. So the largest number is 50. I'll try one more time. Let's say 50, then it's going to be 6 and then 7, and you can see the largest number is 50. So let me run one more time with this. So I want to make the number two is the largest this time. So 10, 50, and then maybe 20. And it's working completely fine. So now if you need to find out the smallest number, you know how to do this. All you need to do, you just need to change everywhere. So let me do that here real quick. I can just select all of them. There are different ways. So this time I need to find out the smallest. So here I'm going to say smallest. And of course I need to change the symbol, so this one will be less than, and here we need to change into less than, and let's do that. All of them will be changed to the other way, so here we have less than, right? And now I can print the smallest one here. Let me just take off this comment and I can comment this one. So if I run this program again, let me compile and run. So this time we're looking for the smallest. Here I'm going to give 10, 20 and 30. It should find out the smallest number, which is 10. I'll run one more time just to check. So 25 and then minus 3, and the smallest number is 3, minus 3. So now that we have seen how to do this with the logical operator, logical AND actually, we can now find out the middle number, which one is going to be a little bit tricky here. So let me do that. But before even doing that, I want to keep these things as a command. So this part, finding the smallest number, I'll comment them for now, because later on if I might need this one, I can use this one. So let me comment everything. Let's continue here. So this time we're looking for the middle number. So let's find the middle number. But this time we want to use logical operators. So the logic will be quite simple here. Let me show you how to do this. First of all, here, let's start with if, and here this time I'm going to just print the middle number. So let me do that here, printf. and I will print the middle number. Of course, we can store that inside the middle variable. That's something we can do, but this time I will just print it straight away. Middle number, and then I want to print that middle number. And then of course we need the %d for sure. And finally here I'm going to put the number, which is going to be the middle number here. So at the beginning I want to check whether number 1 is the middle number or not. This is first thing first I want to do. And how can we check that? So let me be here, and please try to focus what basically I'm going to explain you here. I can just close this part and make a little bit more bigger so that you can see the things really well, and forget about the rest of the stuff. Just focus on here. So first thing first, here I'm going to use a parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, first thing first, I want to check whether number 1 is the middle number. So if number 1 is greater than number 2, this is something I'm trying to make sure. So number 1 is greater than number 2, and I want to make sure number 1 is not greater than number 3. So that's why I want to put number 1 in the middle. And number 1 is less than number 3. If this is true, then we can say, of course, number 1 is the middle number. So first I'm making sure number 1 is greater than number 2, but less than number 3. Okay. On the other side, we can also say something like this. It can be different a bit here. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. This time we will say here, number 1 can be smaller than number 2, right? But in this case, it has to be greater than number 3. That's all. And our job done. We have checked whether number 1 is the middle number. Now I can copy paste and check the same thing for number 2. So let me use else if here. And this time I want to do exactly same thing for number 2. So we'll say if number 2 is greater than number 1, but number 2 in this case has to be less than number 3, then we are going to say the middle number is number 2. On the other side, number 2 can be smaller than number 1, but in this case, number 2 has to be greater than number 3. I hope things are making sense. Again, you can check the condition that I have written here. Hopefully things will make more sense. Okay, now let's continue. I'm going to copy and paste. If this two statement is not true, then surely number 3 will be the middle number. So we can just skip here. I'm going to copy and paste and just put number 3 here. That's all. So what I've done, I checked here number 1 is middle number or not. And then if this is not true, I'm checking number 2 is the middle number or not. If this is not true, then it will come and straight away it will say number 3 is the middle number. So now I can run this program and show you whether it works or not. Here I'm running and it is asking for me to give 2 numbers. So let's put 10, 20 and 30. Of course, the middle number is 20. It should print 20. Again, I will try with different inputs. This time I will say 2, then let's say -5, and then I have 10. Of course, here the middle number should be 2 and it is printing 2. I'll run one more time just to be sure. This time I want to keep number 3 as the middle number. So 10, 5, and 8 here. So the middle number is 8 here. Hopefully you understood the concept, the way I have found the middle number. There are 2 ways we have seen how to find largest, smallest, the middle number. It was in the previous lesson that I've shown you how to use like just a relational operator. This time I have used here logical operator to find out the largest, smallest, and the middle number. That should be all for now.